Newsom's corrupt redistricting scheme.
That's how San Diego Republican Assemblymember Carl DeMaio describes Governor Gavin Newsom's redistricting plan ahead of the 2026 election. Specifically, Newsom has vowed to respond to Texas Republicans if they move forward with their plan as requested by President Donald Trump to redraw their congressional districts, all with the goal to pick up 5 GOP U.S. House seats in the Lone Star State.
We have got to step up.
Newsom's plan aims to respond to the Texas plan by redrawing California's 52 congressional districts and calling a statewide special election this November for voters to approve new California congressional maps. Maps Newsom says will favor Democrats and help them pick up U.S. House seats statewide in the 2026 midterm election.
It wasn't our decision to be here, it's reaction to. We are trying to defend democracy as opposed to see it destroyed district by district.
But DeMaio is pushing back against Newsom's plan, a plan DeMaio describes as, in his words,
unconstitutional on its face.
He argues Newsom's plan to draw congressional lines in favor of Democrats means changing how the state has drawn maps since 2010. That's when California voters approved a state constitutional amendment creating an independent redistricting commission made up equally of members from both parties to draw congressional maps, officially taking that power away from the politicians themselves.
This resolution,
DeMaio says he takes issue with Newsom's plan, allowing Democratic politicians to first draw proposed maps before going to voters. He says Newsom should not move forward with any redistricting plan until only after voters agree to suspend the state's independent redistricting commission through the end of the decade.
The state legislature and the governor do not have the legal authority to do what they're about to try to do. The legislature and the governor are violating their constitutional oath by even participating in map drawing and calling a special election for approval of maps.
That's why DeMaio says he sent this 4-page letter to formally request the Office of Legislative Counsel, the nonpartisan state agency in charge of providing legal services and guidance to the state legislature, to issue an immediate legal opinion advising Democratic legislators and the governor to stand down on their redistricting efforts.
The Legislative Counsel's office has a duty, a professional duty, to instruct the legislators to adhere to the Constitution, to comply with the state and federal law, and that means they need to back down and cancel this vote. I don't support gerrymandering, nor do California voters, no matter who does it, whether it's a Democrat doing it for blue purposes or a Republican doing it for red purposes, whether it's being done in California, Texas, or Timbuktu. We want the citizens to be able to draw the lines, not the politicians.
And Newsom maintains his redistricting plan is legal because it will go before the voters for final approval. Meantime, we reached out to the Office of Legislative Counsel for their response to DeMaio's letter and their take on Newsom's plan overall, but citing their private attorney-client relationship with the governor and the legislature, they had no comment. At the state capitol, covering local news that matters, Tom Wallace, Fox 40 News. And Newsom maintains his redistricting plan is legal because it will go before the voters for final approval. Meantime, we reached out to the Office of Legislative Counsel for their response to DeMaio's letter and their take on Newsom's plan overall, but citing their private attorney-client relationship with the legislature and the governor, they had no comment.